And there, it does have a pop-up. I forgot to say that ahead of time, just to make sure that you're okay with us recording. And again, welcome. And yes, Jen, yeah, we come as we are. Yes, 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 we do. And it's good. But yes, if you haven't done so yet, want to say hi and where you're from in the chat. And if you're new to Zentangle or just new to us, we like to know either or both, whatever the case may be. And Sandy, no, you didn't forget about this morning's class. I didn't send out the reminders that I normally do. So it's all on me. All right. So let me.
She didn't even let her mother know that.
Yeah. It's like, what am I doing? I joked earlier, said I have one job. Not really, but you know. Okay, so I'm putting in the chat a link to my version of this step out, and I think I'm going to do it the same way I did earlier. And I'm going to go backwards to what I normally do, but at least this time I have it all thought out. And let me share my screen, and we will look at it. And yeah, I'd say this on the Facebook community. Lori Ellis had sent had posted. I think she posted it. Maybe she just sent it to me. I can't remember which. And said, "Here's a neat one." And I'm like, I know. I've been playing with it for like a month, and I'll show you those afterwards. So this is Walu from CZT Ria Matheussen, and and here's how she does it. And I like it. I think it's going to work either way. So we start off with a curved line with gaps in it. And then we're going to aura the curved line, 2 times on either side. Again, leaving gaps. Then we're going to do an alternating curved line going under and over. That's what the gaps are for. But then afterwards, that single line, we're going to do like the flux shape along that line. And you see, it's just gorgeous. Now, when I looked at, and then here's Ria's work, and this is what inspired Mom. I guess, doing curvy going around a border like that. I can't even think about it in a straight line enough. Oh, although maybe, I don't know, maybe it would be easier to do a curvy line, a curvy round line. So when I looked at this, my first thought was, well, how? If I'm putting the flux shape in there, I need to make sure that there's enough gap. And, in the way this looks, it's like, well, that's awful small, huh? And so then I tried it. No, I don't even know if I tried it this way. I just went, no, I'm going to do it backwards. And so here's my version of the step out. And again, you try it either way, whichever way you think might work better. So I did the single line first, put the flux on it. The thing that I realized as we were doing it and as we were talking about it is maybe leave off, don't do it all the way to the end maybe, and fill it in afterwards. I'm not sure. So single line, curvy, leaving the gaps, do the flux, then start the other line. And I still had trouble, it's like, well, okay, I want to have this alternating, and I look at it and I still like it's hard for me, and my brain is like, okay, how do I do this so it's alternating? And it works out okay. But then one thing, let's see, and I didn't go back. Hold on, let me go back to hers. Oh, she does show when she puts the flux in, then she fills in the background there. And see how this is so nice and tight. And that's why it's like, yeah. How does she do that? I just don't know. And so after, doing the flux, put in the single line, and then doing the auras, because then I felt like I could then go behind with auraing this, this ribbon of lines. I could go behind the flux shapes. But one of the things that Mom noticed was that, like, even in my step out here, it looks like my flux is just behind the line versus, let me flip back to hers, where she has it going over and under. I think some of that could be I needed to make some of the line a little bit longer, so a longer curve. So that
Yeah.
way it's yeah, so it's like here's an S, here's an S, here's an S, and maybe thinking of it more that way. Well, that's how her thing is. And so I wasn't thinking that way. Um,
That's okay.
and
You
then
have a chance to do it tonight.
yes,
You did it. You did it the right way. I mean, you not the right way, but
I
you
did
did
it
it.
her way.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so even here, I have some going, this is obviously going behind, and this one is going way in front. So I think it's a matter of how you lay out those curves is what I'm thinking now. And then say you fill in the background if you want to, and say mom didn't fill in her background,
No, I
which
left it open.
yeah, which looks neat. But
I like
then
it that way.
yeah, and we can't really. Oh no, you can sort of see because you did brown lines because it's on a Renaissance tile,
Right.
and
And then
then
I did an extra aura in
yeah,
black on the outside and in the middle.
and it looks really really neat. And then the way you did the shading and the highlighting, it looks like a shiny ribbon. So
Well, and I'm just noticing this. My flux thing, I made sure it looks like a continuous line.
hmm
Like Halabow,
yeah.
it ends here, it starts here, it ends here, it starts here. But the ribbony lines, because I did those also,
Oh
they don't meet up. It doesn't matter. I still like
no,
it. But,
yeah,
I'm thinking now I will be more, maybe I'm going to do it on a circle anyway, but I
okay.
might
I need to be more careful of that.
be more aware of that. But like I say, it
Yeah,
doesn't really bother me. I like it.
yeah. Well, and here's some of my playings. And like this one for sure. This one, the flux is all the way on the outside, and that's the one. And then this one, I had it going both ways.
Were you looking at her step house while you were
No,
doing
I was
this?
just doing it from my
Just
head
from
because I was in
memory.
a
Okay.
meeting. I was trying to be inconspicuous, although this was actually an enormous drawing on my paper, but you know, inconspicuous and trying not to do. I would do a something while somebody was in between people talking, when I should be looking. You can still pay attention and do things at the same time. I just always like to make sure that I'm at least looking up so it doesn't look like I'm, not, like I'm being disrespectful. And this one looks like it's more behind. And see, but I think you could, again, I think it is more of think S shape instead of I was thinking curve line with some gaps. So I
Hmm.
could correct that in my lingo. This one was crazy. But this one I got some over and some under and I was happy. And then added a bunch of organics and yeah, and it was good. And if you're reading what I've read, the beer test for R&R asphalt is they call it a beer test. So if you got your beer, I'm thinking we were all laughing like yeah when you got your beer on your dash and it shakes off because it's like the test of good asphalt or not. Call them if and it's like well number one you shouldn't
What's
have
the
a
beer
beer.
supposed to do?
No, if you have he was saying if you have your beer on your dashboard and it jiggles off or if you spill beer.
Oh, I got it.
She should have said cup of coffee, but that doesn't sound as funny as beer.
No,
So, anyway, so those are fun. All right, and I love when everybody, like Deb, it's like breaking out from a meeting and coming in is like, yeah, I tangled during our meetings. These ones are in person, so I can't hide it behind the Zoom, but. All right, so let me stop the screen share and we will have some fun. Except I haven't decided what I was going to work on yet. So I'm gonna do straight line, and let's do Renaissance because it's here. I was thinking about on black, but no, not today.
I was thinking that earlier too, and then using some of the more opaque color
Mm.
pens.
Mm-hmm.
The fescue. No, not
Yeah.
that for
No.
the flux.
Oh.
Or for all of it. I don't know
Oh,
what I was thinking.
I'm finding a pen that works. That helps if I undo the right end. Okay, so so I'm going to try this my way again, and I'm going to have to redo my step out. I'll leave it, on inaccessible, and then when I redo it, I'll send out a new link okay, so as I said, what did I said? I said S shape. So in whichever way you want to draw the S, so let's try that. S, and have a break, right? And then S, have a break, and an S. Okay. And I suppose I'm going to watch mom. So if you're doing it, and that's what you're doing in the round, S shape,
Yes,
and take a
but
break.
I don't like the way I ended that one.
Oh well,
I just turned it over. My pen isn't working real good anyway, so I have a good excuse to get something
okay.
different to work with. Okay,
We
let's
let you have
just
a
start
do
over.
over. And like I said, everybody try whichever way you want. I did it Ria's way earlier, but this time I'm going to do the flux first, and we'll just see. And I think I will leave a little tail of this just open. Why I needed to turn my tile around when I could have started down at that. Oh, I should start at that end. This would be better. All right, so and then you can also, kind of have. Oh, look at it, it's a heart. The one advantage of doing the other lines first is that you can have your flux shape adjust and meet, either fill in the gap part or meet the other lines. So that was one advantage. The only thing that I was seeing was, gosh, that seemed, I just didn't want to take the chance of having it so narrow, and then because I didn't want to draw over anything. So you just have to leave those gaps big enough, or just adjust how you do the flux, make it, and maybe that's what she did, made them angled angled down more, so that way she's not crossing over anything. So that's when you get to that part, that's probably a good solution. And let's see, did you do it that way? Oh
I
no,
don't know what I did.
I don't remember what you did. We'd have to watch. Okay, so and I think, like I said, I think I'm just going to stop there, so that way we can get the best of both worlds. We'll just see, because you can always fill them in at any point.
I just tried to make these lines meet up better than I did on this one.
Oh, okay.
So it looks more like a continuous ribbon. Not that
Yes.
it has to be, but
No. But if you want it to be,
right. And I'm really doing it much bigger this time because
hmm
I only have 4 of these swirls, where in this one I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5. So
okay. So reminding myself I was leaving a little gap. The thing that I try to avoid having to do is where you fill in a little bit. But as you mentioned before, the shading can help. And also, just to throw in there too, I added some extra fluxes. This is the one from earlier. I just added some extra fluxes coming out of the center of some of them, because it's our tangles. We can do whatever we want. And so, here where I had, more of a gap than I wanted to fill in, I just added some in between. So it, it's just a exercise in creativity.
and it's really easy to adjust the size of the flux too.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. That's the one, yeah, advantage of doing the flux afterwards, is you could do that. But it's a personal choice. And we'll see when I get to the part of, well, the part where we're at now. Okay. Nope, this is easier doing the S's because now I'm just going to do, and it helps to air draw. I'm going to do S's the other direction. I need to do it. It'd be no, it's still S is going in the same direction. It's just shifted down. Right. I start here. And I have to see this one as well. It's like, all right, how many times do I need to air draw before I have the courage to do it? This one, at least the gap is essentially taken care of because I'm hollow bowing it underneath the flux that's there. Yeah, and it's just good to have options. What did I do? Like I stopped my aura-ing of the line at some point, so I to see where did I leave off. Did I do it both sides? Nope. I tracked myself.
Oh, mine is gonna look really weird this time.
I'm thinking it looks neat already.
No, well, see, but well, my flux is gonna have to fill in way over here.
Oh,
See, but that's
well,
okay.
see, unless you, well, yeah, so because you could probably bring that line over, like
I
around a
could,
little bit, but yeah, yeah.
I'm
See where,
gonna
yeah,
work with it like it is
yeah.
because I want to see what happens.
Almost like a TV show. What will happen next? Right. Well, I'm almost now thinking I should have just took the flux all the way to the tip, and it's fine. It's fine either way. I'm just squishing a couple in here, but they look like they're the beginnings and making it look like it's kind of going underneath. Then my favorite line dot dot part. Okay, so I'm looking at, I'm taking a mental. Oh, let's see. Oh, so Mom Leslie wants to see your other one from earlier. Slide it over just a little. And now she's doing a bigger and better version of that.
No, well, it's really going to be different because I made my swirly ribbon much bigger, and now I'm making, instead of the flux being very tight and little like this, it's going to be more big and
Yeah.
different.
Yeah. And right, Leslie, that was from this morning's. And so what I like to look at is my flux shapes before the line dot dot, because I just look and go, ugh. And then I like to watch the magic happen. It's just fun to be conscious of it.
Who knew that lines and dots could excite you that much?
I know.
But it really does make a difference.
It is amazing. Oh, nice, Carol. That's awesome.
That was really a fun tangle. Gotta go, but thank you so much.
Okay.
I'll shade it and make it a little better too.
Yeah.
Thanks so much.
Yeah. Okay. Well, glad that you could join us for this bit of time.
Take care.
Awesome.
Bye.
All right. See ya. Yeah, because when I was what was it? I was working on oh, it was gosh, it was several years ago, and we were at US Art Crest. We were going to do some YouTube videos, and so Sue recommended, coming up with some things, and topics and stuff, and and I was thinking, oh yeah, like articles or whatever, and that was one that I wrote down, the power of the line dot dot. Like, I still need to do that, just because it saves some of them. And I think it was, that was first my first experience with the line dot dot was when I do flourish, and that's it was so remarkable, because it looks neat as it is, but when you put that line dot dot in the seed, and it's just like, oh my goodness. And then doing flux, and I said, just looking halfway, it just finishes up a tangle so neatly. Yeah, so Leslie says you had, looks like you had to really plan that one out.
Which one? Me?
Probably either one. Well, kind of.
No planning involved. Right. just did it. You just
knew that you were going to do it in a curve.
That's really kind of what's fun with this, is that you don't plan it, you just go with it.
Yeah. And see what happens. So now you have to move your circle one in the middle now, so that way we can. Oh, I know, we can make our own soap opera. It would be. Oh, maybe we joked about this before. As the Tangle turns.
And I'm working on one of those blue tiles that kind of looks gray.
Yeah.
I'm just going to put some in the open areas. No. Don't know how it would look.
And
well, I might do it anyway. You know how you put orbs in the little crevices on flux?
Yeah.
I'm doing that, and then I'm going to come back and put a white dot in the middle. Just, as added decoration.
And I'm almost thinking.
Most of it doesn't work in the. I was worried about lines, but it's working out okay.
Yeah, well, especially with an orb, you get to decide how big that orb is going to be.
Yep.
And you can fit it right in there. And I was thinking, gosh, you don't have to fill. Well, you see, you don't have to fill in that background at all if you don't want to. You
No, and
could,
yeah, I pushed my flux right into that
yeah.
little area.
But I mean, you could fill it in like you're kind of doing. You could fill it in with
Mhm.
orbs.
Yep,
I like in your other one, and it probably helps to be on a toned tile. And I bet you that's why the white tips that you put on the flux in your earlier one, it probably, I don't know, I'm trying to think, does it help them to stand out, or it
yes,
also,
it does. It
yeah,
made them pop.
yeah. And you didn't put any graphite, you didn't put any shading in the middle. It's just the ink, right?
No, yeah,
'Cause I'm thinking that I think adds to you not having anything in that little crevice because you
right.
have that white there.
And those crevices on mine are very small anyway.
Yeah.
They're not real big.
I might just try doing orbs. Well, I could try orbs, and if I don't like it, I can fill it in. Oh, and you know what? I didn't while we're doing this, let me share my screen again because I just went right to the step out and just to show you the inspiration. Oh, come on. There we go. So here was the inspiration. It was let's see. What, I don't know if this is a towel, but yeah, from the quilting world. And so this is the inspiration that she had. And oh, and Walu comes from waves with lupines. So that must be um that's probably the name or something to do with that pattern. So anyway, I neglected to do that. Sorry about that. I know you were all like, "Well, what? Come on, what's the inspiration?"
Falling down on the job.
I know. Oh. And the nice thing about, well, and it depends on the tangle and who submits it. Because in this one, and that's also why I like to make sure to put that link in there. And if you actually read the words that they put on the page, which a lot of times I don't, I just go for the pictures. Um, she does kind of talk through the steps a bit, and um, that's just nice. Yeah. So, I think I'm liking putting orbs in here, and then I can put orbs on the outside. And then feel free, of course, everyone, if you want to add whatever organics you want to add to it, or if there's, something else you could do. I had thought, but I ran myself out of time, putting, columns of these. Let's see. Um, my evening effort makes it look like this is Jen. My evening effort makes it look like I've been drinking all day. Well, hopefully you have been, and hopefully it was just water. Although, um, oh, Leslie, well, I'm glad you got back in anyway. Let's say, and this is one of those let's call them Tanglosophies. Where Zentangle meets life. In the philosophy realm. Like Leslie say, with everything going on, I had to kick my butt out of the room. It was like, well, you know what? Stuff happens, and then we just pick it up and go along, just like you know. Uh, in Zentangle. So that's one of the things that I draw from with Zentangle's like, you know what? So what if it's a mistake? It's okay. Just go. Don't do it again. you know, Make it better. How do what's important now? I remember hearing somebody, I think it was Lou Holtz in his book, Mom, if you remember when, I don't remember if we heard
Yeah,
him speak live, but
yeah, we
yeah,
did. Yep.
okay. But yeah, that what's important now, and that really stuck with me instead of, wallowing in, oh no, oh my gosh, oh, for whatever. And Oh, this is gonna be
Well,
cute. It's
I
gonna have
decided to trace over my lines that I did in a smaller gray with a bigger gray,
oh.
and I'm not really happy with what I did, but I'm
Oh,
just going with it, you know.
right.
By the time I get done, you won't even know how unhappy I am with it.
Right. Yeah, there's nothing worse. It's like, oh, I thought it's not exactly what what was supposed to
Yeah,
happen.
I'm at the point like, what made me think that I should do this?
Well, because you did it earlier and it was neat. But you're right. Shading, highlighting,
Mhm. All to
you
come.
know, adding, you could just keep subdividing those lines.
Well, that was my thought. And you know how I don't remember who did it, but somebody did one like it was very sketchy.
Oh, okay.
And you could always do that with the lines too. And like, well, I meant it to be that way to give it texture and
Well,
definition and all those
yeah,
things.
and then if you wanted to make it like a plaid, you could have lines going the other way, or no, or like just
Well, now
a very open weave
that's
ribbon.
just silly, Heather. I'm
Yeah,
just
I've taken it one step too far because I'm picturing like almost like a larger cheesecloth look. Be like what would it be like? Um, what? Not gingham.
I don't know.
I don't know what I have in my head.
I'll finish the flux things and the orbs in white first, and then we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I had thought to do some white stripes in there, but
Ooh.
that might be just too much. I don't know yet.
Well,
I'm still thinking on that.
yeah, and Tarla says, "You say like silly is a bad thing." No, it's never. It's never. Unless you're dealing with people that don't have a sense of humor and, like a smile would crack their face. That's but then it's just fun for the person that's being silly. Sometimes extra fun. Oh my goodness. And yeah, Leslie, we had a fun time last week. Yeah, and we're missing our Alyssa the Great.
Where is she?
I don't know. But hopefully she's watching the replay at some point when I get it done. And she'll know we missed you. Oh. Oh, that's right. See, and I didn't. Oh, no, that was right. It was for Thursday. It wasn't for Tuesday. I have to remember that we were going to send out a notice that says to make sure to have your proper, Renaissance name all set to go. And so I need to find a tile that's going to go with. I like putting these orbs on here. That just adds
Yeah,
something.
I like that too. It looks totally different, but I like it.
Yeah. I just need to add some white and stuff. And then for shading, so like as Mom is doing, of course, highlighting. Oh, what was I thinking earlier? No, let me go back before I do anything. Maybe it was for something else. But the over under for sure. Shading that. Let me look at my other one. Nope, no idea what I was thinking. So okay, there we go.
You're all on your own.
Yeah, it's like, all right, just go with the original plan. And doing one side, yeah, and then if for sure add some white. Since I'm using a tan tile, and I'm gonna do this side because I kind of have this side going into nowhere. I should have, should have. I'm thinking about it too late, but I like how I think it was Deb that had hers going out into the fancy fescue, and it was just so neat.
Oh yeah, at the end,
Yeah.
she had it kind of open, sort of like what's that? Xander? No, yes, Xander. That looks like a log or a
Oh
bundle of
yeah.
something. She had it ended kind of
Uh,
like that.
no, yeah. The one I'm thinking went into like individual, like the strings all separated into individual
Yeah,
fancy
yeah.
fescues.
That's what I was thinking. That's
Oh,
how
okay.
I used I
Oh, that's
used
how
to
you
end
do.
that one. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know why I'm putting such little graphite here because I know I'm going to bring it out more. Okay. And then two, oh, actually that'll cover up where I kind of squished some of these fescues or fluxes in, because I can also shade the flux because it's going over and under also. See, now I think it's looking better already. Yours. I didn't think it looked bad to begin with, but
I was going to say, what?
yeah.
Helps if I remember to blend all the graphite before I do something else.
Yeah. Oh, and when you were before you started back on that, and you said you said you were going to finish the flux, put the orbs and the line dots in there, and I was thinking that that's a good idea. Sometimes it's like when you're not happy with something, that if we just go and, oh, let me just finish this, because then it gives that more completed look, and then it's like, oh, now, and it might make it clearer what the tangle is telling you that you need to do with it. Versus just kind of like when you just leave those parts blank, then it's like, oh, but you know, finishing one part, and some of this graphite burr. Okay. A lot of times when I'm doing this, where we're making the shine, I'll bring the graphite over one or the other. I'll either have the graphite or the white charcoal go a little bit um, over where I normally would want it, and then I can just blend in kind of right at the edges. And ooh, that makes it look really shiny.
Oh, that looks metallic.
Wow. It does. And I think that seems to help, because then if I'm only blending really right here and I'm not touching the center part, I think that's what helps, because then you have that nice stark white. And woo, neat. You know what yes, I'm talking to myself and I'm answering myself. Having a great conversation. Oh, I put away my, let's see. Had this idea. And yes, Leslie, it would be pretty if someone could put that into my hair. I'm not good at doing things on my own with my hair. The white pencil that that I use is this one. I think Mom uses the same.
Yep.
General's white charcoal. And then I'm gonna add, and then I just use regular graphite from a number 2 pencil. And I'm deciding between, that's why they make the backs of these, right? Because this grass green, and not that you can see it with my weird camera, and light green. Oh, you can kind of see the green on there. It's kind of showing up. Oh, Leslie, you're so silly. You can ask every single time and we'll still answer. No worries. um oh oh oh
I bought when I went to the Dollar Tree store the other day. I bought a new sheet of of black foam core, like I use. Because look at how
Yeah.
bumpy. I don't know how this gets so bumpy all over, but I don't want to use it because this one I'm marking up the corner. I'm thinking, oh, I don't want to use that nice
Well,
clean one yet.
what about some just like just black paper? Because
Well,
that's kind of cushy. That's probably why
yeah,
it's from
yeah.
pushing on it at different points. It's
But
probably
the thing is, it's getting bumpy where I don't even touch it hardly.
oh
I don't know. But I do like the white dots. I mean, I like the in the orbs. Oops. And then I
oh
see
yes.
as I'm doing it, I find places where I forgot to put them.
And I was just thinking, like, how am I gonna? I'm almost wanting to treat the flux as one thing instead of individuals. I'm gonna go. I'm just going for it. We'll see. If I don't like it, figure out something.
I still might go back and oh, you know, but I could do that. I should try it first with the um and actually I can even just do a dot. I don't need to have the outline if where I
Mhm.
forgot to put some of them. I'm thinking to shade the flux, I could use the soapstone first to make it
Yeah.
soft, you know, lighten it, but so it's softer than the charcoal or the harsh jelly roll pen.
Hmm.
I do that because they do need something to make them stand out a little
Yeah.
more than they're doing. But I do like that.
That really has a wow factor. That little dot is amazing how much it stands out. It's
No,
really
it's
makes a difference.
It's one of those that's like it doesn't take much to get us all excited. But it's like, oh, look at that! It is
I know,
amazing.
I'm getting excited about a dot. Because, I very rarely talk, right?
It's so funny. Oh, it is funny. All right, where did put? Oh, I guess this will work.
Oh, that looks pretty, Heather.
Well, thank you. I just had this thought, and I think it's panning out. I wanted to do shading, but with color. But with the leaves, it's not. Um, so I, I colored in the leaves kind of sloppily. So I probably got some into the orbs, but I don't care. So
You
with
can
the
always come back.
well, and I'm thinking I'm gonna put some white dots in them. But
Yes, there you go.
yeah,
I don't think this hmm. I did the soapstone on this one. I don't know. Does it showing up enough on this?
it's very subtle.
This
Yeah.
versus this.
Oh, you're
This
right.
has
Yeah,
nothing, and this has soapstone.
I can. Yeah, you can see it. It's
Okay.
just yeah, it's just it's very very light.
I might just color them in completely,
Oh,
and that, and then oh no, I don't want to do that. But yes, I do. I would say, and then I could come back with graphite and do, but there still looks like they're shading at where they blend into the stem or whatever you call it, because of all the
in the
lines.
center. Yeah,
Yeah, the lines meeting, it just makes
yeah,
it look,
yeah.
yeah, that makes it look different. Like you say, it's subtle, but
Mm-hmm. Well, and then yeah, so you can always add more, and then just don't. Um, do anything with the don't blend it because then it'll just blend right off.
Right.
And so Leslie's asking, why not a colored pencil? Oh wait.
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't, cause I know why. Because I don't have them right here by me, and I'm too lazy to go get them.
yeah,
But
and
yeah, color of white. I want to stay. I don't want to add color. But I also didn't want the harshness of the white charcoal
mhm.
in this.
Leslie, were you asking about why the jelly roll instead of the others? Where's my number 10?
No, it had to do with the chalk. I mean the general. Oh God, I wrote it down and I forgot already. The charcoal white. I was curious as to why that one and not the others.
Oh, well, because it's what Zentangle sold.
I'm still in the
so-
same question from a while ago. Yes.
yeah. So, and we were talking about like which I'm not sure, and I think Mom, you thought it was like because charcoal is normally black. So
Right.
is white charcoal and is chalk the same thing?
Yes.
We don't know. Mom says yes. I'm trusting Mom, but yeah. So that and that's why I mean generals. I like them. I know that some others had said they're a little harder than some other chalks, and so that's a personal choice. Like some of these other ones that I have, and I forgot the name, and I don't have one handy. A little softer, but these Generals is the brand that that Zentangle seems to use.
Well,
But
I was using one Monday, and well, actually, I was showing my Zentangle ladies the kit that came because Joyce was there and other ladies, and the one lady who does a lot of artwork, she said that Generals is not the high end as far as charcoal pencils go.
oh, okay.
It's not, there are better quality ones out there, but again, it just depends on what you want and how you use it. She probably use it for real artwork.
Right.
Not that this isn't real artwork, but
Yeah, and like I don't care for. Oh, let me grab one. This is the only other brand that I've experienced. However you say that brand, but they're so soft. It doesn't seem like it seemed like they brush off more than sticks on the paper. So that was my impression of them. So, but yeah, it's probably just a personal taste, and this is what they use. I like that they're made right here in the U.S., and so that's a plus in my book. And but yeah, instead of colored pencils because they're waxy, they don't they blend differently than the chalk pencils. So that's why I would
right. And
I would
the same way with the soapstone, they blend differently.
yeah. Decided to use my little 8 because I really only need to get into these little tight areas. But look at that with adding this a little bit of white. Oh, I've tickled myself here. Looks so cool. All right. Oh. Well, and I should do like I did earlier, and we'll just add some fescues. And I do sometimes think it's fun to kind of have to do a similar tile and just add different have something a little bit different. So that's what's fun about all this. Oh, let's see. Sharon, yeah, I haven't done it myself, but I have heard about using Vaseline. Actually, I think I heard about hairspray or something like that. But I'll have to try Vaseline with the colored pencils.
Hairspray is something you might use as a fixative with the charcoal pencils or the
Oh,
chalk pencils.
okay.
Vaseline, I think, is like a lubricant to get the colored pencils to blend better. I'm not sure how you would use it.
Yeah, because yeah. makes it. Oh, she said it makes it brighter. It's because like what I had heard was, and I did try it with hairspray, and it did spread out the colored pencil, but it didn't make it like it was blendy, like like this. Like I like to have a nice gradient, um, and it didn't really do that. Yeah, and if it just makes it brighter, yeah, I would think just to have something blend more. Like I like to use with colored pencils, and you can get it to move a certain amount. The colorless blender, which is kind of plastic-y. I mean, it wears down and it's sharpenable, um, and that way, burnishing it and get a little bit of gradient, and um, and that's that I can get a little movement out of it. And then what I do, and actually this is part of what I end up doing in the GEMS class, which is next Tuesday, by the way, is for those that are in the club, or if not, and you want to, it's a paid class. But so like I would do, here's colored pencil, it may be something more solid, and then I would go light, and then there's the colorless blender. It is kind of hard on the paper, but you can see, I mean, you can kind of work with it to get some kind of a gradient, but it's definitely not like the chalk pencils like here, where it's just like graphite or similar. Like, and I know how to use that. So yeah, oh, okay, and you need to clean it, make sure to clean it off your pencil or it will eat it up. That's good to know. But those kind of things, it's like, yeah, fun to try. And yeah. Ooh, let me see. Put some more fancy fescues, and of course, I think I'll add some therefores in with. Oh my goodness, it's time. Um, put another fancy fescue in here, and so if you want to open up your webcams, I'm excited.
It can't be time. I'm not done.
I know, right? Oh, that's just gorgeous, though. And and once you got out, are you happier with the ribbon part?
Am I what?
Are you happier with the ribbon part?
Oh, I'm okay with it. I was going to add some white, but I don't want it to stand out that much. So
yeah. Oh, Lynn, that's gorgeous, and welcome back. I know you've been busy. Oh, nice, Sharon, and I like the little water droplets, and Jen has got some water droplets in there. Oh, nice, Joyce. With a create, you can write nice. That is so cool. Oh, Laura, that's a bummer. Laura, if you want to email it to me, or unless
Karen,
you're on the
is gorgeous too. Oh, look at the way Karen's got her ribbon swirling around and like to complete it. I love that.
Yeah.
Why didn't I think of that?
Because Karen already thought of it. You didn't know that. It's like you can turn it into, what is it, sand swirl or something like that?
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, these are all gorgeous. And they keep flipping. And keep your webcam open. If your hand starts to fall off, you can put your hand down. But I'll let you know before I go take it. So don't shut the camera off, because this way, that way I know. But I'm gonna guess. Oh, he's saying Linda's is still being. We just have a bandwidth issue between the two of us or something, because it's still doing that dark thing. I wonder if you put it up close. Oh, I see it for a minute. Oh, it's like it's pixelated. Where are they? Where are they?
On the very bottom.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
I don't know whose is whose because I can't tell.
I don't see the chop, but they're gorgeous. Oh, there we go, Linda. All right. Okay, so hold them steady. I've lost Lynn.
Lynn Fisher's is still black on mine. Oh. Never
Lynn, turn
mind.
your thing back on. Everybody hold your breath. But no, not really. I'm just kidding. Ah. All right. Oh, there we go. Okay. So hold on. As Lynn's getting back. Ah, ah. Okay. I got it. Oh, and I pasted it. Finally. Oh my goodness. I could go into, all right, a little to the left, a little to the right. Don't cry, young child. It's just me. I'm taking your picture. Don't be afraid. I feel like, but these are, oh, I got Sandy's. Lynn, I got yours. Okay, so let me share my screen, and then we can all gush at all the gorgeousness all at once, because you can't see when you're holding it up, right? And Sandy, I got yours. All right, and share, and oh, I have it up high. Let me make it up higher. Neat, neat. And Jen, yours doesn't look like you were drinking. It's very
Well, maybe
nice.
just a little, but not a whole lot.
Yeah, those are that's, you know, I see the spillings. That's the water droplets. And look at that highlighting and shading on those. That's so nice. That's it. And this is the challenge with a screenshot anyway, is that it's never perfect, and that's why I like to swipe them from the group. Or if you're not on the Facebook group and you want to just email it to me, that is fine too. But I will swipe them and put them in the recap. Gorgeous, gorgeousness. Oh, and it's in. And Marsha, I'm impressed. It's like, look at how many twists and turns that took. You got that done in this time. Wow.
Yeah, I got a little happy with a pen and just going and making wavy lines.
I love it. That's awesome. But you know, really, what a nice frame that made. Well, and as Diane did and Joyce did in making it, you know, a frame to have words in. That's just, what a great idea. And Diane, yours is gorgeous. Oh yeah, I'm going to add some therefore in mine also, because that's just a nice background, something to add. But oh, these are nice. And Virginia, I like yours too. It looks like you have butterflies in there. It's just, they're also happy. And who? Oh, well, see, I didn't see who's this. Is this on the bottom? Oh, Linda's adding that moon pie in there.
It is
What were you-
true. This is it's a happy tangle. It just looks cheerful no matter what you do with it.
Yeah, it is. And look at Sharon's. I like Sharon's adding an extra little band around in a couple places. It's up at the top
Oh
next to
yes.
yours, Mom. And that made me think, it's like, well, that's neat looking. I mean, they're all gorgeous. That made me, just because of the colors, it's like, oh, it's like a wreath. Oh, and because of the colors with the red orbs, it could look like Christmas. So gorgeous. And I love
Very
everyone.
nice.
Everyone's are so gorgeous.
And now
So
I'm all messed up that this feels like Thursday, but it's only Tuesday.
we get 2 this week. So awesome. Well, I'm going to say bye to the recording.